Namaste students, I am Jivin Dr. Ajit Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapith, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the general introduction about the microbiology. And the topic belongs to the subject fundamental of microbiology. The BTech FBT fourth semester and integrated BT fourth semester. So, what are the microorganisms? Microbiology is stream which deals with the microorganism. So, microbiology is a science, is a field of science which which deal with the microorganism, in which we study about the microorganism. So, what are the microorganisms? Microorganisms are the small organisms. They are very small organisms which are not visible by the naked eyes. Okay, and microorganisms are almost present in every natural surface, and each surface is colonized by the microbes from body to ocean. Everywhere we can see microorganisms. Everywhere we can say that everywhere microorganisms are present, and some microorganisms can lie uh, hot in the hot spring and in other frozen surface areas also. Most microorganisms are harmless. They are not. Uh, they do not cause any kind of disease. Okay. So we can say that microorganisms are the organisms which are very small in size and which are present in all the surface on the earth, on different areas of the earth. They are very diverse, and we can say also that they are the organisms which have the size in the micrometers. So that's why they are known as the microorganisms. So most microorganisms are harmless to humans, and they swallow millions of the microbes every day with, with no ill effect in humans and in animals. There will not any kind of uh, disease. Okay? And in fact, we are dependent on microbes to help the digestive system of human, because most of the microorganisms, a group of the microorganisms are present in the gut of the human, in the human digestive system. Microorganisms also keep the biosphere running by carrying out essential functions such as the decomposition of the dead animals and the plants, and they make possible in the cycles of the carbon cycle, oxygenation, nitrogen cycle, sulfur cycle, and which take place in the different aquatic system and the terrestrial environment. So sometimes some of the microorganisms can cause disease in the man, animals, plants. Okay, these are known as the pathogenic microorganisms. And they are involved in food spoilage, infection, disease, and have played important role in the shaping of human history. And the Great Plague, which was a great disease. Okay. The Great Plague reduced population of Western Empire by 25%. It was very harmful disease. This reduced the population of the Western Europe by 25%. Okay. Another example is the smallpox. It is also a disease. Smallpox and other infectious disease introduced by European exposure to the American in 1500s. And it was responsible for declining national American population until in 1800s. No one had proved that the infectious disease were caused by the specific microorganism. People were thinking that they are caused by some. They are caused by not by the microorganism. They are caused by some external effects. So, 1876, a theory which was given by the Robert Koch, which is known as the Koch postulates. Okay, which was given. According to this theory, in 1876, the germ theory of disease was given, which show the bacteria actually cause disease, and coach established a sequence of the experimental steps for directly relating the specific methods to say that they are caused by the microorganism. The disease are caused by the microorganism, and they indicated it is known as the Koch postulate. Similarly, in the Robert Koch, he developed a pure culture techniques for the isolation of the microorganism. He also identified some microorganisms such as the anthrax, which cause the which is the which is caused by the Bacillus anthracis. Similarly, TB, the causative agent is Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and similarly he identified cholera, which is the Vibrio cholera. Uh, what are the different roles of the microorganism in disease causing? If we talk about the microorganism to cause disease, Pasteur showed that the microorganism cause disease, and Joseph Lister also said that uh, they have disease causing effect. So he developed sterilization surgery. uh, Robert Koch established a relation between the Bacillus anthracis and the anthrax, and also isolated Bacillus, which caused the tuberculosis. And Charles Chamberlain, he discovered viruses and their role in the disease. Uh, Koch postulates is also important. Um, According to Koch postulate, microorganisms must be present in every each of the disease, but absent from the healthy individuals. They are not present in the healthy individuals. They are present only in the person with disease, and the disease is caused by the microorganism, in particular individual. These microorganisms can make a healthy individual into a diseased individual, and the suspected microorganism must be isolated. They can be isolated from pure culture, and the disease must be reserved when the isolated microorganism is inoculated into the healthy host, and the same microorganism must be isolated from the disease host. If one same type of disease are found, same type of characters are found, then same type of microorganism will be isolated. So these are the uh, basic of the microorganism, and what how the microorganisms were isolated. During the course study, it became necessary to isolate the suspected microorganism because Robert Koch gave a theory which, according to which, uh, disease are caused by the microorganism. So people were thinking about the is it possible that microorganism causing disease? So some researchers started to isolate it, microorganisms. So some scientists, like similarly like the Robert Koch, they isolated bacteria on the sterile surface of the uh, gut and boiled potatoes. Okay, but they did not isolate microorganisms. Similarly, regular medium solidified by the gelatin melted medium, Fanny Fanny Ecclemus. He also suggested use of the agar. Okay, he suggested agar to be used and to heat it for 100 degrees centigrade and then cooling it for the solidification. And Richard Petrie also developed Petri dish for the culture. So these are the scientists who developed different techniques. Then Louis Pasteur was the scientist between the 1822 to 1895. He developed vaccines for the chickenpox, anthrax, rabies. Okay. And he demonstrated that all the fermentations were due to the activity of the uh, specific yeast and bacteria. He developed a pasteurization technique for the preservation of wine and different food preservation. And he discovered the fermentation microorganism were anaerobic and could live only due to the absence of the oxygen. And the spontaneous generation conflict was also given by the Louis Pasteur. What is the basic of the spontaneous generation conflict? According to this theory, from the earliest time, the people were thinking that living organisms could not develop from non-living or decomposing matter. Okay, they cannot be developed from the non-living, and then spontaneous generation conflict challenge them. According to this theory, Louis Pasteur settled the conflict. He used a max of flask to do them. What was the spontaneous theory? According to this, he used some flask. He used some flask which have S long S shaped neck. He heated them, and after heating, he uh, covered the neck with a stopper, and then he cooled it. There was not any microorganisms. But when he opened the stopper, he removed the stopper, he observed that there are some microorganisms in the food material, in the juice material. Then it indicated that there is a spontaneous generation theory, which indicate that the microorganism can be arise from the non-living things also. So we can say here that the microorganism, broadest sense, is the study of the organisms that are invisible to the naked eye, and the study of microorganisms is the field which is known as the microbiology. So its subjects are viruses, bacteria, algae, fungi, protozoa, and the importance of microbiology and the microorganism cannot be overemphasized. And microorganisms are necessary for the production of bread, cheese, beer, antibiotics, vitamins, enzymes, and the modern biotechnology is very important because it develops different kinds of theories. There are various kinds of microorganisms according to that Monera, Protista. If we talk about the five kingdoms, there are the genera kingdom such as the Monera, which include prokaryotic microorganisms and prokaryotic organism. In the Monera Protista, we can say that they have they are unicellular and they are eukaryotic, and they are also microorganisms. Third kingdom, which is fungi, which are multicellular and have nuclei, which are eukaryotic organisms. So these three kingdoms are belong to the microorganism, and the plantae and the animalia do not belong to the microorganism. Out of the five, three kingdom belong to the microorganism. So we will discuss about the characteristic of the microorganism in the next videos. And in this video, I discuss about some general introduction of the microorganism. What are the microorganisms and what are their basic features? How microorganisms can be used, how they can be isolated, what are their general basics, and how different scientists came into knowledge about the microorganism, what is the spontaneous generation theory. So these all are belonging to the microbiology. So the question which can arise is explain microbiology, explain different aspects of the microbiology, what are the microorganisms. So small questions can arise from this lecture. So my video is end here. So if you have any query, you can ask me. Thank you very much.